Hello friends, my name is Bradley J. I'm a professional musical theater nerd and I help people learn how to sing musical theater. Today we're going to be diving into a terrific piece from Jason Robert Brown's Songs for a New World. This is called Christmas Lullaby, although it's good for any time of the year. Before we dive into the notes, which we will get to very shortly, we're going to talk about a couple of different concepts, but if you'd like to just hop ahead to wherever you need to go, check out the timestamps below. So the first thing that I want to talk about before we dive into this song is about this show itself. Christmas Lullaby fits really nicely into the idea of Songs for a New World because all of these characters throughout the show are all characters on the brink of decision. And this character in Christmas Lullaby has found out that they are going to be a mom and has made a decision. I'm going to be excited about it. And so this character, by the time they get to the chorus, starts saying, I will do this, I will do this, I will do this. So that might be something to think about when we get to the storytelling aspects of this. The second thing that I'd like to talk to you about is the idea of reading the ink versus taking liberties. And in a Jason Robert Brown piece, these songs are rich enough that they could stand on their own, all right? So, and by that I mean, you could just read the notes, you could read the ink, and it's going to have in it a lot of the kind of musical variation that JRB is wanting anyway. Now, these songs do support a little bit of liberty if you're feeling confident in that manner, if you are feeling like, I know this song inside and out, and the emotion of this character is wanting me to take it to a musical variation. But honestly, you don't have to. So now at this point, you might be asking yourself, I don't know what you mean. So here's one way to think about it. Reading the ink for Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star would go like this. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. That's reading the ink. Those are the exact notes that the song calls for. If you take liberties, that's going to be twinkle, twinkle, little star. So that character maybe wanted to embellish at a certain point. And so that might be you. But I guess what I'm getting at is JRB takes care of you. Maybe you'll be all right. All right, the third thing is actually going to be jumping into the notes itself. I'd like to actually use this song to talk a little bit about pop structure. And so normally in pop music, we have a song that is broken up into the following categories. We have verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, and maybe another chorus, okay? This one is going to have a slight variation. And so let's actually jump into it because it's going to be easier to show you. I'm going to start at measure 8. And just like pop structure, actually, this is going to start with a verse. And so let's sing together. And I'll never have. Here we go. 1, 2, and I'll never have. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 1. We've gotten to a point right now where it feels kind of complete. We started in C, we ended in C. That's our verse for our purposes. Sometimes in a pop structure, we have what's called a pre-chorus, or sometimes we call it a lift. No matter what you call it, we've arrived at it. So at the but in the eyes, notice that little conjunction there, like I've had some thoughts, but now here's another one. Here we go. One. Actually, you just sang things I will write. Go! 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Here we go. Now here's the thing. This is another section that it feels like we've kind of arrived. We've kind of done something, okay? But if you listen to what's going on underneath it, you'll notice that even though we've arrived back at more of a home base, listen to what's going on underneath it. That is not settled. Things are not finished. So now let's go on to the chorus. This is And I Will Be. Here we go. You just have... And I will be like... two, So at least in this structure that we've set up, we have a verse, we have our pre-chorus, or sometimes called our lift, and then we get into our chorus. So think about what each of these sections is going to be saying with this character. Now here's what happens next. We won't necessarily play it right now, but we've got a little interlude. You'll notice all the places that you are not singing. Those are some rests, and that's going to be a little feature for our pianist. You're going to come on back in the eyes. So that's not a verse. That's actually starting back at our lift, or starting at our pre-chorus. It is missing the conjunction. No but here. It's just stating it factually. In the eyes. Let's sing it. Here we go. 1, 2. In the eyes of heaven. Two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here again we have blink, 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 and I will chorus. Little variation there. 1. Now here's what I'm getting at when I was talking earlier about JRB sometimes just takes care of you. You've noticed a little variation in that chorus. Anytime we sing something again, there's always the inclination for a musician. We want to shake it up just a little bit. And so JRB does that. When we get into this second chorus, let's figure out some of the ways that we might be varying it again. A lot of it's going to be in the piano, but some of this will be in the voice. Here we go. And I will be. 2. Here we go. And I will be like. There was 1, 1, 2, and I will be like. Fermata. Little echo. And 1. And that's what we got going on. Okay, so can you hear a little bit about the development of this melody? Can you hear a little bit about how these different sections might be informing the character in a different way? If you've done all of that work and you've reviewed what you needed to do, let's do this again. I'm going to go do the whole thing through. I'm going to lightly put in a little bit of bass part, but when you're ready for an accompaniment video, there'll be a different one for that. Here's all the way back to the beginning. Sing with me. Here's at I'll Never Have the Power. Okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hopefully this will be a little bit helpful for you as you start to piece together what this character is going through and how they are exploring the joy of their decision. So when you've mastered this, head on over to the accompaniment video and sing along with me. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time.